You return to the crossroads and proceed either northwards or westwards. Let's go west. I like the sound of west more at the minute. Okay. You follow the passage westwards until it turns around a corner to the south. Just before the bend is a signpost which reads "Under Construction." In front of you is the beginning of a stairway leading downwards. Only 3 steps have been built so far. A number of shovels, picks and other tools were lying on the ground by the steps. But as you turned the corner, they suddenly flurried into action and began working on the steps. You are now watching various tools digging and hammering as if being handled by invisible workers. A humming chant becomes louder and you recognise it as "Hey ho, it's off to work we go." Really? You had Disney reference? There's the picture, by the way. But did you really need the Disney reference there? As you stand watching, you start to chuckle. The scene is quite amusing. You sit and watch and even manage to chat to some of the magical tools. Gain 2 stamina points and 1 skill point while you relax. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, that's right, I didn't eat my provision. I meant to eat a provision when I was in the vampire room. Oh well. Then turn back the passageway to the crossroads, where you may either go northwards or southwards. Well, south was the dead end, and I haven't been north, so let's go to north. But I mean, seriously, the hey ho song? Was that absolutely 100% necessary to include in this book? Seems odd. Okay. 366, yeah. You are following a passageway which leads ahead to the north. After several meters, it bends sharply to the east. You continue eastwards until you eventually come across a narrow opening in a north wall. You may continue through this opening, or you continue eastwards. Narrow opening is probably going to lead me to something interesting. And as we know of this book, interesting things generally are worth looking at. So let's check 89. You climb through the opening and find yourself at the top of a narrow staircase leading downwards. Cautiously, you descend the stairs. It turns to 286. So these are the passages I really don't get, where it just tells you to immediately go somewhere else. Why not just stick passage 89 at the top of 286? The narrow staircase is cut into the rock, and there are about 20 steps leading down. At the bottom of the steps is a passageway leads you to a large open chamber. The chamber stinks of putrefying flesh. The smell is so bad you are tempted to turn back. 3 bodies lie in the chamber. You may either search the bodies or tiptoe quietly through the room. What do I do? If it's giving me the option to tiptoe, that seems like it would be a trap. So do I search the first body, the second body, the third body, or do I just leave? I don't want to just tiptoe, so I'm going to roll a dice to figure out which body to search. 4. That means I'll search the second body. Because I have no real indicator as to which one's going to be which, so I guess that's just my best idea. As you move towards the second body, you accidentally kick the third corpse on the floor. Its eyes flick open and it quickly sits up and slashes at you with its sharp fingernails. That's a rather gruesome picture, actually. Yeah, that is pretty grim. I mean, look at that guy. Up close for a sec. That is kind of disturbing. Test your luck. If you're lucky, the creature misses. If you're unlucky, you'll caught across the leg and suffer 1 stamina point's worth of damage. Turns to 30. Okay, what's my luck? My luck is at 10. 4. That's quite good. So that takes my luck down, and I don't get hurt. Turns to 30. This is going to be a fight, I'm guessing. 230 is here. The creature now standing before you is a semi-decayed man. His quick eyes dart from side to side watching you. His long tongue flashes out with a hissing noise. His teeth and nails are sharp and he doesn't seem to be afraid of your weapon. He is a ghoul. He has the ability to paralyze you if he scores 4 separate wounds on you during this battle, so beware. If you defeat him, turn to 390. If he kills or paralyzes you, turn to 64. Okay, his skill is 8. His stamina is 7. So let's start rolling this dice. He rolls 5, giving him a skill of 13. Dice again. My skill is 11. I need to stop dropping these. Yeah, he got 14. No, sorry, 13. I got 10. So that means I have injured him. I have injured the ghoul. Maybe now he'll learn to fear my weapon. So he's on 5 health and still okay. He rolls 9, taking him up to 17. I roll also 9, taking me up to 20. I have injured him. He has 3 health left. He rolls 10, taking him up to 18. I roll 11, taking me up to 22. Should I use a luck to try and beat him in one hit? Nah, I think I'm doing okay. He's down on 1 health. And he rolls 6. I roll 5. That means I have beat the ghoul without being paralysed or even actually hit once. Okay, if you defeat him, turn to 390. Ooh, too far. Okay. The ghoul twitches and dies at your feet. You search its body and find little of interest. A couple of earrings, worth 1 gold piece between them, are in one of its pockets. You may take these. If you haven't already searched the first body, you do so and find 5 gold pieces, which you may also take. You may also stop here, rest and eat provisions. You can add 2 luck points for killing the ghoul. Okay, so my luck is now at maximum again, and with the earrings and the stuff from the first body, that takes my gold pieces up by 6, giving me 63 gold pieces. Yeah, I'm getting pretty rich here. You know, 63 pieces of solid gold. I mean, I could go home. And now you may either press northwards or search the second body. Turn to 393. That's further down on the page. I can read it right here. Okay. You search the pockets of the other body and find 8 gold pieces and a bottle of liquid and an old piece of parchment. You may take these items. To read the parchments, turn to 212. To test the liquids, turn to 369. So that's 8 more gold pieces, taking my gold up to 71. So do I read the parchment or test the liquid? Actually, first I should write them on my list. Parchment, liquid. Let's read the parchment first. Because if it tells me what the liquid is, that'd be useful. Because I don't want to drink it in case it turns out to be acid or something. That seems like the kind of crap these books pull. Do want to. The parchment is well worn and almost illegible. It is a map of some sort, headed the Maze of Zagor. You can make little sense of it, although a room to the north is marked GER, another to the east is marked SMPLE. You fold up the map and put it in your pocket. If you have not tested the liquid and wish to do so, turn to 369. Otherwise, make your way northwards. Well, might as well drink the liquid. Yeah, find out what it is for subsequent attempts. You swallow some of the liquids, turn to 109. Why wouldn't you just tell me that before? This is what I'm talking about. The liquid is smooth and watery. As you drink it, you begin to glow. You feel euphoric and a little drunk at the same time. Your confidence grows and your weariness disappears. The bottle contains holy water. Blessed by the overpriest of Cain Leshmar, it has restored your stamina to almost full strength. Increase your stamina to 2 points below your initial stamina. If your stamina is already higher than this, leave it as is, you're strong enough. Add points to your current skill to take the total to 1 point under your initial skill. You may add 4 luck points for making such a lucky find. If you already looked at the parchment, you may leave the room northwards. If you have not, you may look at it, or you may forget about it and go northwards anyway. Okay, so that's to within 1 of my initial skills. So my skill is now 12 instead of 11. My stamina was too high to be affected, and my luck was already at maximum. Okay, so that means I may leave the room northwards, turn to 120. I think I've hung around in here long enough. You leave the chamber, walk down a short passage and reach a staircase going up. You climb the stairs and arrive at the top of the passageway. Turn to 197. I'm noticing there's a lot less instant death in this book compared to others. Or at least, maybe I just haven't encountered them, I don't know. Okay, 197. At the top of the stairs, the passage turns sharply to the east. As you pause to get your bearings, you hear a creaking in the rock behind you. You spin round in time to see a heavy portcullis drop to seal off the passageway behind you. Your only way now is forward. You may either press on forward, or you may check the walls for secret passages. Might as well check the walls, see if there's anything hidden. Okay, 295. You find no secret passages, however your explorations attract some sort of creature. As you listen, you hear something coming down the corridor towards you. To find out what sort of wandering monster you have come across, turn to 161. You must fight the creature, and if you defeat it, you may press on down the passageway to 48. However, at section 161, you will not be told where to progress to, so write down 48 now so you will know where to go after 161. That seems a little odd. Okay, so if I defeat it, I turn to 48 to continue. So I have to turn to 161. Let's see what would happen if I didn't write that down. 161. There we are. Make sure you have noticed the reference as instructed on the last page. You will return to that reference after dealing with the creature you are about to encounter. Your tappings and scrapings at the rock face as you search for secret doors and passageways resound through the dungeon corridors. Various creatures roam freely through the underworld, and your noises have just attracted the attentions of one of the following monsters. Roll 1 die, consult the table below and over to find out what has come to investigate. Fight the creature as normal. Wandering monsters never carry any treasure. If you defeat this monster, return to the reference you have noted. Okay, so I'm guessing this can happen in multiple places. That's why they didn't write it down. Okay, so if I roll 1, I'm against a goblin. 2, an orc. 3, a gremlin. 4, a giant rat. 5, a skeleton. Or 6, a troll. That seems the lower number, the easier fight I get. So let's find out what I'm fighting. I am fighting... Hey, the goblin! I rolled a 1, so let's write him in. I'm going to run out of encounter boxes at this rate. So he has 5 skill and 3 stamina. Alright, how long have I been recording? Well, 1 minute 40. Okay. Goblin rolls... The goblin rolls 7. I can't lose to that, so he is down to 1 health. Goblin rolls 5. He's already lower than me anyway, so that goblin was pretty weak. And now I have to turn back to 48. So I'm guessing that can happen multiple times. 48, 48. Here we are. You're in an east-west corridor. If you go east, you will turn the corner northwards. To go this way, turn to 391. To go west, turn to 60. Now, it said it went northwards, and that was the room that had the GER on the map, and I think that's probably meant to say danger. So guessing west might be my best bet. Let's go... Okay. You walk along the corridor, and you find the westwards is blocked by a heavy portcullis. Walk back to where you were, turn 48. So I guess I have no other option but to go north. Or east, then north, I should say, to 391. 391. Here we are. You're at the south end of a north-south corridor looking northwards. You see a passage coming from the east wall. Do you want to go up this passage, check for secret passages as you walk northwards, or go south following a bend to the west? Now, last time I checked for secret passages, that attracted the monsters. So doing that seems like a bad idea. Or could it? What if it's a double fake out? What if there is one somewhere, and I lose if I don't check it? Well, there's no point going south, because that's back the way I came. Excuse me. So I guess I'll take the East Passage. Yeah, North was the GER, so North was the possibly danger room. So I'm going to go East, which means turn to 52. Okay. You are standing at a T-junction where a passage to the east comes off the north-south corridor. To go south, turn to 391. To check for secret passages on the way southwards, turn to 362. To go north, turn to 354. To check for secret passages on the way northwards, turn to 234. To go east, turn to 291. Okay, so the two secret passage pages tell me to go different ways, so I'm going to try going north looking for secret passages again. Turn to 234. 234. Alright, there you are. Yeah. Damn it, it's the same... That's the same thing. I'm going to pretend that didn't... I know I'm cheating, but I'm going to pretend that didn't happen, because this secret passage thing is going to annoy me. And I don't want to just have to fight the same monsters over and over and over again. I want to keep moving. So I'm just going to go north without checking for secret passages. I'm going to stick... I'm sticking to my north idea, but I'm going to ignore the secret passages. Yeah, I'm sorry if that's cheating, but I don't want to just spend the rest of this video checking for secret passages and then having to deal with the enemy over and over and over and again. You're standing at a bend in a passage where you may either go west or south. I can go west, go south. I can check for secret passages westwards or check for secret passages south. So let's check for secret passages westwards. Yes, I'm still going to cheat. No signs of secret passages. Ignore that. So let's just go west, turn to 308. 308. Yeah, this is like a sudden change in writing. Because I've got like loads of different places to go. This is... Actually, no, I think I heard this about this book. That, the beginning was written by one of the authors. The latter part was written by someone else. And this is kind of like the weird different change halfway through the book. You're standing at a crossroads. To the west, the passageway goes on for a few meters and turns northwards. To the north, the passageway ends at a door. To the east, the passage continues and eventually turns southwards. Looking south, the passage goes on as far as you can see. Well, north heads to a door, so let's go for the door. Hopefully that will take me somewhere not mazy. You are standing outside a door at the north end of a north-south passage. To go south, turn to 308. To go through the door, turn to 179. I'm going through the door because this maze is annoying me. You have entered a large square room. Broken pottery lays scattered about. One large clay vase is untouched and is full of clear liquid. A large bowl is full of gold coins. As you enter the room, the door slams behind you. You swing round to face a strange-looking creature, half man, half bull, who is glaring at you. He is a minotaur, and he stalks towards you. There's a picture of the minotaur. He doesn't look that strange compared to some of the other things I've had to fight. You know, let's just be honest here. He lowers his head, horns pointing at your chest, and charges. You must fight him. After 3 attack rounds, you maneuver yourself around to be able to run through the door. If you wish to escape at this time, turn to 54 and pay the penalty. If you continue fighting and kill him, turn to 258. If you've already been in this room on an adventure and killed the Minotaur, you may leave, and you find it empty, leave and turn to 54. So I can come back to this room multiple times. This is still part of the damn labyrinth. This doesn't seem as good as the rest of the book, if that makes sense. Either way, I've got this Minotaur to try and fight. Skill 9, stamina 9. You know, if I die to this guy, I'm just going to sort of accept that, I think. I'm not going to be too annoyed if I die to this guy. I've been recording for nearly 2 hours. Okay, so he rolls 4, giving him 13. I can't lose to that, so he's on 7 health. He rolls 6, giving him 15. I roll 4, giving me 16. So he goes down to 5. He rolls 8, taking him to 17. I roll 8, taking me to 20. He's down to 3 health. I could escape at this point if I wanted to, but I don't want to. He rolls 3, giving him 12. I can't lose to that. He's on 1 health. 1 more roll of the dice. He's on 5, giving him 14. I roll 5, giving me 17. The Minotaur is dead. I'm just going to write the words Mino on that, so I remember that I've killed him. Okay. If you defeat him, turn to 258. Please let us get me out of this damn labyrinth.